Hi, you guys, and welcome to Speak the Sports. My name is Cindy, and the co-host is Elijah. So, guys, we haven't been here for a while, but we are fired up because guess what? We are approaching June 1st. You know what that means? AJ Beaver Brown perhaps is going to be traded to another team. Where is he going to go? What do the fans think about AJ going to another team, or do they want him to remain as an Eagles player? Stay tuned and find out from Beat the Sports. So we're going to go right to our quarterback and see what he has to say. And mind you, don't forget, AJ just had a wedding, and people were wondering why there wasn't a presence of Jalen Hurts. Was he invited? Is there still bad blood that's going on between the two? So we stay tuned to find out what's going on between the relationship between AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts, who is the godfather of AJ Brown's daughter.
How would that affect you?
Pick the right question to sip on, huh? I think for us, we're focused on learning the offense. It really doesn't change in terms of our approach to improve. There's an if. Obviously, been a lingering thing, but nothing can replace all the greatness that we achieved together.
Jalen, a lot's been made of your relationship with AJ in regards to his trade. Where are you two at, I guess? I know friendship is a complicated thing.
Nothing's changed since we last spoke at the end of the season. We're really good, and I saw how beautiful the pictures came out at his wedding. I'm very happy for him and his wife and his family, and it's a beautiful thing to step into covenant. So I was very excited and congratulatory towards that.
And Jalen is such a class act. I have so much respect for him, even though, the media and so many people have dragged him through the mud. And one thing I noticed is that when you are passive and you're not outspoken, they're going to attack you. This is how they operate it. If you're brazen, if you have attitude, they pretty much leave you alone, the media. But people like Russell Wilson, say Jalen Hurts, you're going to catch it. And no matter how well you do, both of these quarterbacks are Super Bowl winning quarterbacks. But I want to talk a little bit about Jalen, that unlike other quarterbacks that are in the league, Jalen, his timeline with the Philadelphia Eagles since he was drafted in 2020 was he has had two head coaches. One in 2020 was Doug Pederson, and then he had from 2021 until present Nick Sirianni. But unlike other football players and quarterbacks, he's had 6 offensive coordinators and play callers. Doug, they listed some of the play callers was, I don't know, they got Doug Pederson, Shane Stinchen, Brian Johnson, Keller Moore, Kevin Patullo, and the new one that was added 2026 is Sean Manchin. And to add more insult to injury, he's also have had the same amount of quarterback coaches. 2020, he had Press Taylor. 2021, Brian Johnson. 2022, Brian Johnson. 2023, Alex Tanney. 2024, Doug Nussmeier. 2025, Scott Lofer. And 2026, Parks Frazier. So during his career, when did he have time to develop? He has not been under tutelage of any quarterback coach for more than 2 years. It was like 1 year at a time. He's been with a different quarterback coach, and he's been with a different offensive coordinator and play caller. So each season, he has to learn a new playbook, a new style. And in spite of all that, that shows you how intelligent he is. That in spite of all that, he's made it to every playoff, 2 Super Bowls, won a Super Bowl, and was the best player in both Super Bowls, and went against one of the best teams, which people consider the Chiefs, and Patrick Mahomes, one of the best quarterbacks in the league, that he went up against and he won. So when people try to talk about him and down him, and he doesn't have perhaps the stats that Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen or some of the other prominent quarterbacks, but guess what? They don't have Super Bowl ring. They haven't even been to the Super Bowl, and he's dog.
A lot of people say that Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback.
Yeah, that's what they say until it comes to him, until they want to trash someone. But he started catching a lot of heat when we have a diva player. His name is Diva Brown, and he decided to go to the media, make post cryptic messages like he's being used, not being used, and this is while they were winning. They came off of a winning Super Bowl season, had lost, I don't know, they hadn't lost a game until the new season. They won 4 straight games, and that's when the antics started with AJ Brown. And if you watch some of the other videos, we were stating that we will never win another Super Bowl as long as AJ Brown is on the team. And he had proven us right. Go to the next video.
Carol, if you remember Joe Santoliquito from Bleeding Green Nation, we had him on the show a couple of months ago now. He said, based off the sources he spoke to, that AJ wants to be a Hall of Famer. He wants to put up Hall of Fame numbers, and he did not believe that Jalen Hurts was capable of getting him those Hall of Fame numbers. Now, if I hear that, if I'm Jalen Hurts, and I hear that from a guy who used to be my best friend or one of my best friends, I don't want to characterize him as his best friend, but one of his better friends, and you're like, wait a second, you got traded here. You got 2 monster contracts since you come here. You've had some of your best career seasons. You had close to 1,500 yards your first year here, close to 1,500 yards your second season here. You've won a Super Bowl, and you won out because of me? That's got to be motivating. I don't care who you are. I know Jalen Hurts is like stoic as can be. That's got to motivate you, doesn't it, Ricky?
That just seems so disrespectful. Dude, the first 2 years he had over 1,500 yards, and he excelled in everything. He left the Titans. I'm talking about AJ Brown, and he had the same attitude, the same antics. But to make a team that you feel as though it's supposed to be only about you when it's a team sport, that's when the Eagles started taking hits. They were leaking stuff from the locker room saying, players not getting along with Jalen Hurts. And, he was causing divide and division. He wanted the ball more. Like he was the only wide receiver. Like Smitty wasn't a Heisman Trophy winner. Like he wasn't an asset. He actually was having a better year, a better season than AJ Brown until he started complaining.
Yeah, it really affected Saquon Barkley's game.
Yeah, because he became the focus. The team, instead of being a team playing together as one unit, it became only about AJ Brown and about his stats. Because they're like, okay, he was what he wants, took preference over winning Super Bowls, winning games. It was all about giving him the ball. They had gotten to the point that they were forcing Jalen Hurts to throw him the ball, even when the dude couldn't even separate. Everybody in the league knew that the ball was going to be, he was going to propel the ball to AJ Brown, who, he had his issues of dropping the ball on top of it. But when they kept on trying to throw him the ball, they were losing. They started losing. And the other thing, when he sat out the game, which game, I forget who it was against. When he sat out the game, they had the best record, the best yard. Saquon had the most yards. The team played as one. Everybody, you can look at one of my other videos. It has all the information on there, but I forget who they went up against. But that one game he sat out, they soared as one unit, as a team, and I believe that's going to happen this year. But he has to go.
And AJ making posts saying, "Use me, but not use me."
So and the owner had to come talk to him because he was causing so much ruckus, like on the field, off the field, and for the news media and everybody, the people that want to kiss his feet, they were like, yeah, he needs the ball. He's trying to make a record. But it became about him and not about team ball. They weren't even talking about other wide receivers who were better than him in the league. They only talked about that one wide receiver constantly because he was chirping the most. So I'm glad, hope to God he's out of here. We had enough of AJ Brown. We should have went to that last Super Bowl. That was the easy Super Bowl actually to go to. But because Mr. Butterfingers that kept dropping the ball, saying, throw me the ball and all that kind of stuff. He helped us lose our chances in that wild card game against the 49ers to even go to the Super Bowl.
Well, here's another perspective of AJ Brown from another team, wide receiver.
For him. I mean, he's been a dude in this league for quite a long time. I understand that, when he first got in the league, Coach Rabel was his coach. So, again, I understand there's a lot of rumors going around. Like, if he's here, I'd love to have him here. And if he isn't here, I'm still going to wish him the best because he's one of the guys in this league. So.
I hope y'all get him. Please, God, let him go to that team. Let him go. I think he's trying to be politically correct because you have to say the right things because dude might show up in the locker room and they're going to have to deal with this attitude. He's not going to change. I like what he's done to Philadelphia. This wasn't tennis. This was team sport. That means everybody had to be on one accord. It couldn't be about one individual. And that's what happened with this AJ Diva Brown on the team. Everything was about what he wanted. He was arguing. I thought he was going to fight the coach. They had him on, he all in the coach's face going at it and everything. Like he's ready to fight him, fight everybody. This dude was off the chart.
Expecting AJ Brown to change is like expecting Draymond Green to change.
Yeah, some people, his time is up. His time is up because he's a negative force for the team, and management realized that. That's why they're getting him the hell out of there. They understand that they have a great team. The Eagles never stopped being a great team, but people weren't functioning with him. Because you could go look at it when he didn't play, when they were playing, they were winning. They yards. Jalen had 4 or 5 touchdowns one game. Saquon had 175 yards. I forget what it was. You guys, I'm not really doing exact numbers, but the game was outstanding, and they didn't have an issue. But when this dude came back, they went back to losing. I was surprised they made it to the playoffs, but the teams that got to go to the Super Bowl, I don't even think they were totally qualified. I would have loved for it to have been the Bears and the Eagles going to get that. Now that would have been the Super Bowl to watch. But, yeah.
AJ's drop and pass is thrown right to his hands.
They was throwing, you want to talk about his passes. Okay, specifically the divisional game against the Rams, AJ Brown was credited by many fans in analysis and multiple key drops, especially in the first half. Sports News specifically mentioned drops in the first half against the Rams. He was just dropping balls. And then in the wild card game against the 49ers, Brown had 7 targets. He only had 3 catches. Reports describe a couple of costly drops, with Sporting News saying 3 of his 4 incompletions were tough to swallow.
And is that the game that took them out
the wild card? They took them out of contingency, and that's the game that Mr. wanted to talk to media all the time. He didn't even talk to media. They allowed that dude not to even address the media about what happened. You said, give me the ball. They kept giving him the ball, and he cost them to lose the game and to move forward to wild card. And the 49ers, guess what? It was a broke down team. Everybody was hurt. There's no way they should have lost that game, but they did. Because when you don't have everybody on the same page, you're not going to win. And the best thing that's going to happen to the Eagles, that the quarterback won't have that dragon on his back. He won't have all that prima donna. Is about me. It's not about y'all. It's about me setting my own records. It's about this is all because I'm the best thing since sliced bread dude won't be there. And this way they will be able to move forward, because the pressure that he put on Jalen Hurts, I don't even know how he survived it, because this dude was reckless with the media, because a lot of that stuff should have been in-house. The public and the fans shouldn't have been a part of his drama. So I could imagine how it was to work with this dude.
If you're on a team, like professionally, you're gonna cause problems. Why can't you just be like Dylan Brooks? Why you gotta be like Draymond?
Dylan's a clown. He trolled LeBron. That was kind of funny. Went to his game. Watch him lose courtside. Well, he was iced up though. Yeah. But we're gonna talk about that too. But but I'm so glad. But they understand that his time is up. Philadelphia fans, we like bye, Felicia. We gave you a chance. We done had it in. Everyone found out that that this dude, it was time for him to leave because he's not a winner. The only reason why he got a ring is because the team he was on. But as far as contributing, nah, he's not a team player.
But he got some fans that still defend him. What do you say to that?
The fans it's not as much the fans as it's some of the media. They always kissing ass. They like if you that guy that got a little grit and you that guy that get with people, whatever, they like kiss they ring, so they always kissing up to him. But Jalen Hurts is not vocal like that. He's a professional, he's well mannered, well put together, he got character, integrity. Those are people they go after. But somebody like that caused that much ruckus on the team and they still defend it. Yeah, he's individually a good player, but was he the only good player on the team? Was the team supposed to be about him, or was it supposed to be about the team?
Because it's not good, because there's reports that he's getting teammates to go against Jalen now.
Yeah.
Teammates.
Well, Shady be always trying to kiss his butt. So anyway, that's another story. But anyway, and I like Shady. But anyway, it's like they he did a job, but he had to go, and management recognized they played much better without him. They have a great team, they got great talent, and I think a quarterback, they have enough on their shoulders carrying a team. So they're dealing with enough. They don't need some player that's constantly causing havoc and trying to cause division on the team and trying to make it like Jalen. He a Super Bowl MVP and he was making it his fault. And one thing I could give Jalen respect, whatever went wrong or whatever goes on, he took responsibility, because that's the example of a leader. A leader is going to take responsibility. So he had to endure all the noise, all the lies, no matter what. I mean, you like all these great quarterbacks, guess what? They don't have rings and they haven't been to 2 Super Bowls in the last few years. But Jalen has, and having 6 different quarterback coaches, 6 each year, offensive coordinators from 2020 to present to 2026. I mean, I don't even know how he developed, because everybody has their own development. They have their own plan, and each season he had to play their way, and maybe that's what hurt Saquon, like the new whatever offensive coordinator.
All right, so next video now.
It's AJ Brown.
Of course, they'll miss AJ Brown. A.J. Brown's a fantastic player. I'm a big fan of A.J. Brown. All you got to do is go back to draft night. Joe, you were there with me. You may have been there in 22. Were you here?
No, I wasn't here.
Now you're, and he wasn't here yet.
You weren't here for now?
No, I was in.
Now I'm Awake is a classic.
Yeah. And so I'm a big fan of A.J. Brown. And he is a fantastic player. One of the top 3, I would say, wide receivers in the history of the Philadelphia Eagles, right? I would say that with A.J. Brown, 2 Super Bowls and a Super Bowl championship. That can't be denied. But I'm a bigger Eagles fan than I am an A.J. Brown's fan, A.J. Brown fan. And the Eagles as an organization have already established a standard of excellence that they hold themselves to. But part of that standard of excellence and the criteria and the fabric of that is selflessness. The greater good of the team matters more than the individual success. There have been individual great players that have worn the midnight green. I'm sitting across from one. He wears that Eagles Hall of Fame jacket. He will let you know he's not bigger than the team. And the team has established a culture and a way of going about doing business that standard is met by them every year because they set that expectation for them. So I say that to say, we'll see in the end, will they ultimately miss A.J. Brown?
Mm-hmm.
But understand this, the Eagles as an organization moving forward is in a great position. They have great leadership on all levels. The roster has plenty of talent. The standard has been set. The culture has been set. We don't accept anything less. No individual player is bigger than that.
I totally agree. They said that some of the potential teams that AJ perhaps could be traded to, the Patriots, they're the clear favorite. The Rams, Jaguars, Travis Hunter, Chiefs, and the Bills. So those are teams that are interested. And they said the main reason they keep mentioning after June 1st is the salary cap mechanics. Trading Brown before June 1st will reportedly hit the Eagles with over a $40 million in dead cap, while a post-June 1st trade spreads the cap hit out and become much easier financially.
He definitely be against Travis Hunter's personality.
But Travis is so kind. He'll let him just go ahead and do what he wants. Yeah. But this dude, I don't know how he made it this far in football when he's not a team player. He didn't get the memo. It's not about him. It's about the team. And nobody has gone to a Super Bowl because of one person. You get to go to a Super Bowl because of team effort. Everyone has to contribute. It's not one person. And this guy was so selfish and made everything about him that it was such a turn off for Philly fans, which I am. That he was a complete turn off. He's like that coworker that kind of work that you wish he didn't show up that day because he changed the whole environment. And that's the type of a low vibration that he probably brought into the locker room. You know, when he came in, everybody probably could feel his presence because he was so negative and he was getting so much media attention because he felt as though that every time Jalen threw the ball, it was supposed to be thrown to him, whether he was able to catch the ball or not.
Oh, yeah, I remember that time.
It was terrible.
That was the time I'm trying to remember. When he caught the touchdown, he was like, see what happens when you pass it to me.
Yeah, that one catch doing his job, you know. But I'm glad, hope to God they got that dead weight out of there. I wish him the best. God bless him. I hope he does well on the next team. But you know what? Like they said, leave it don't change his stripes or whatever. Any team that gets him, that's why, like they said, they want first draft picks and stuff for him. They know the Eagles is trying to unload that dude. They know he's the problem. They know he caused chaos in the locker room. And a lot of times people don't welcome that. You don't want somebody coming in with that type of energy he has. He's not going to leave that at home. He's going to expect the same bullshit with any team he goes to. Like, it's supposed to be about him. So if he goes in there thinking he's the only star, and he's the only, because he did it, the Eagles is a great team. The teams that they might want him, they got people in that team they are great players. In the Rams, the Patriots, they got people.
Then something else, he acts like he's like this spectacle, like this player that we've never seen before, and he's like the best and stuff. Like he's like a Larry Fitzgerald, or like basketball, like a Stephen Curry. Like you gotta get him the ball. AJ Brown isn't even that great of a player in the first place.
And he didn't even want the ball because he's greater than anyone. He wanted the ball because he wanted to build his stats.
Yeah.
It wasn't about Super Bowls or winning games. He didn't care. You know what they would do when they would lose, when they have lost games, when they fed him the ball? That's all he cared about. He did not care about they lost the game. It was all about, but he was able, Jalen threw to him 8 times. He got thrown more times than he ever did in his career. That he had to keep throwing the ball 8 or 9 times.
Then he's not like Deshaun Jackson. He's not a fast runner.
No.
He drops the ball a lot.
And yeah, he doesn't even run. I remember it was a game. I I don't know which one you guys probably know, is that he didn't even run the route. He just stopped the route.
Yeah.
He didn't even run it full out. So, he needs to go. I don't care what they do. Get him out of there. We're going to go to another Super Bowl, and the team is going to be better. The quarterback is going to be better. I hope to God that Jalen can continue being developed by one quarterback coach and one offensive coach. I mean, I don't know if anybody else that's in the league that has had a different offensive coach each year from 2020 when he entered the league until 2026, and has had that matched it a different quarterback coach each year.
They're finally going to give Saquon the ball again.
Yeah, they'll go to the running game.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we got some good wide receivers that came in. They're not coming in causing havoc. They're coming in to win. They're coming in to win. And I'm looking forward to it. Y'all can have that mess. His time is up with the Eagles. It's just not going to work from this point on.
And then on top of it, then he'd be talking about like his mental health.
He's causing everybody else mental health issues. He's talking about his mental health, and he's causing everybody else even the third. God damn it. Oh, it's terrible. Yeah, he said, let me throw that out there. So anyway, you guys, don't forget to hit the like, share, subscribe to Speak the Sports. We're back. And, we just took off like we were doing so well. People were just subscribing. We're looking for 10 more subscribers so we can go live, you guys, to support the channel. But we have a couple of other channels, and, sometimes you just need a break for everything. But this channel does mean a lot to us. And we're back. And, hey, fly, Eagles, fly. What was the song?
By AJ.
By AJ Brown. What do you say? Bye, AJ Brown. Yeah. Bye, Felicia. Bye, AJ Brown. Go Birds. We are so thankful. Thanks, guys, for joining us. And look again don't forget to hit that like and tell people about Speak the Sport. And we're going to see y'all on the next one.
We'll be back at Super Bowls.
Yes. Yeah. Peace out. And it's not just about the Eagles. We're going to cover everybody in the league. Okay, peace out, you guys. God bless.